always love hip-hop. Keep it flowing like a river, so I drip drop. Verses and bars, we eating dinner with the stars. Excuse me while I float away, my brain is on Mars. Cause it's the Big Kids Podcast with Chris Williams. Sit back, relax, like your spliff, we in the building.
Yo, 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 this is Chris Williams, and welcome back to the Big Kids Podcast. Now, I had today's episode structured a certain way, but then before I got on, I started watching Ron DeSantis address Florida about the upcoming hurricanes that are coming, so I thought I'd share a couple minutes of that with you guys.
Media attention on this as the weeks and months go on, but we understand a storm of this magnitude is going to require an effort over an extended period of time. Those are good folks down in Southwest Florida. They've got really great, thriving communities. This is not anything anyone wants to deal with. It's not something we certainly asked for.
And I play this only because, guys. And I don't even know how this is going to go over in terms of production value and things like that. But he is trying to do absolutely everything. Okay, he's off. We're done with that. The point I came here to make is this man really, truly continues to play politics. I've watched this. He is trying to do everything besides ask the President of the United States for help, even if that is at the detriment of his constituents. He don't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He truly doesn't. Ronald is going to be fine. Ronald is going to be fine. He doesn't have to worry about his house being destroyed and never fixed and not being able to get back to the point in life that you were prior to what the fuck's about to happen in Florida, because it's coming. It is fucking coming. People in Florida can act like this is just another day. Oh, they say it's gonna hit us this, that, and the third, but it never hits us the way that they say it's going to, and that is a fucking lie. Every single time they have these hurricanes and extreme tropical storms, someone's life is completely fucking ruined. Might not be yours, might not be your neighbor, might not be a family member, but somebody's shit is fucked up. So trying to act like this should not be taken serious and this should not be all hands on deck, including putting your pride to the side, eating a slice of humble pie to make sure things can get back to somewhat normal, that is fucking disgusting. This man does not care about you. This man doesn't give a fuck about even the people that are standing on the stage with him right here. It is fucking embarrassing that this man right here is damn near neck and neck with Donald Trump for the Republican nomination for the President of the United States of America. Now, I was going to come on here and we are going to revisit the time Donald Trump lied about the path of Hurricane Dorian, because I don't even know, did he misspeak when he said that it was going to hit Alabama? Some of the lies that this man tells, it's very hard to figure out why. But anyway, to recap, he said that this was, 3-4 fucking years ago? I'm going to play the clip for you guys in a sec. Actually, let's play the clip right now, all right? We'll play the clip and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
It was going to be hitting directly, and that would have affected a lot of other states. But that was the original chart, and you see it was going to hit not only Florida but Georgia. It could have was going toward the Gulf. That was what was originally projected, and it took a right turn.
President, you showed us a map earlier, the initial forecast of it. It appeared to have been, I guess, edited or something to include Alabama. Can you explain how that change was made?
No, I just know, I know that Alabama was in the original forecast. They thought it would get it as a piece of it. It was supposed to go, actually, we have a better map than that, which is going to be presented, where we had many lines going directly, many models, each line being a model, and they were going directly through. And in all cases, Alabama was hit, if not lightly, in some cases pretty hard. Georgia, Alabama was a different route. They actually gave that a 95% chance probability. It turned out that was not what happened. It made the right turn up the coast. But Alabama was hit very hard and was going to be hit very hard along with Georgia. But under the current, they won't be. Georgia will be possibly. We're going to see. We're right at that point right now. But I think Georgia's going to be in great shape. Everyone's going to be in great shape because we're going to take care of it regardless. But the original path was through Florida. That was probably 3 days. I think that's probably 3-4 days old. The original path that most people thought it was going to be taken, as you know, was right through Florida, where on the right would have been Georgia, Alabama, etc.
And that map that you showed us today looked like it almost had like a Sharpie.
I don't know.
Guys, I suggest that you go onto the YouTube page if you're listening on Spotify or SoundCloud or Apple Music. Go onto the YouTube page and watch the video that is showing what the fuck is actually going on here. This man took a fucking Sharpie instead of just, guys, fucking take this back to Kinko's or wherever the fuck you did it and redo it so it can cover my lie. Just hand me that. I'm gonna write on this motherfucker with a Sharpie real quick. Looks nothing like the rest of the fucking poster. Looks nothing like the rest of the path, the trajectory of the hurricane. We're gonna take this black fucking Sharpie and make our own path. Now, the reasoning for doing this, why? Are you really committed to a lie that fucking much that you cannot just say, you know what, I was wrong on that. This was the path at the beginning, and it has changed over the past 4 weeks, because that's what it was. This motherfucker was using information from like the month prior, not the day prior, not 2 days prior, the initial chart of the hurricane's path he was referring to. And because he just could not say that he was wrong, we had to live with it. They had to go on fucking like what's that shit called, where they will chime into your fucking TV and they'll give you the alert, and I don't even remember what the fuck it was called. It was very popular when we were growing up. If there was a big storm coming, what the fuck was it called? I'm sure whoever's listening to this, you know what I'm talking about. But they would stop the programming. Beep, beep, beep. There is X, Y, and Z happening in your area. They had to go on to Alabama TV and tell them, while you may get rain, there is not a hurricane that is going to hit any part of Alabama. You had people in a fucking panic because you wouldn't come up off of a lie. Now, guys, I encourage you to go back and watch any of Ron DeSantis' coverage in terms of anything in this whole entire fucking world. He sensationalizes it to the fucking extreme. He is up there with Donald Trump with telling a lie and not coming off that lie. And I really, truly believe that is why the Republican Party is backing this man as hard as they are. Tell the lie, don't even matter. I didn't say that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what these men fucking do. And that puts people's lives in danger. Your supporters aren't the smartest fucking people in the world. They listen to what you say to the end. What you say is gospel. What you say is Bible. Right, wrong, in between. So when you're giving these people fucked up information, false information, you're putting their lives at risk. When you will not just humble yourself, when you will not just go ask the man that can actually fucking help you on the scale that you need to be helped, and eventually you're going to have to ask for help, that's putting people's lives at risk. That's putting people's livelihoods at risk. Jobs, homes, cars, schools. Because you want to act like this is a fucking game. Because you want to act like this is going to help you get more votes if you do eventually decide to run for president. This has nothing to do with right or wrong. And I'm going to tell you what. I have a very good feeling Joe Biden will be the bigger man and take his ass down there and try to play nice with Ron DeSantis. who has said egregious lies about him, who acts like this motherfucker is trying to take over the country in the way that they are trying to take over the country. Listen, I have a real good feeling when Joe Biden's time comes, when he is no longer going to be the president, I have a feeling he is going to step down. He is going to shake the next president's hand, and he's going to keep it fucking moving. Just a wild fucking thought. And that thought right there is it going to be refreshing? Is it going to be refreshing to see the president calmly, with integrity, with pride and fucking respect, step down from the presidency without kicking and fighting? Kicking, screaming, fighting, clawing, trying to tear the fucking fabric of this country apart because you got voted out. And guys, I'm ping-ponging between the two of them because there are so many fucking similarities to these assholes. Do you really think that Ron DeSantis would not lie about the path of the hurricane? Now, I believe Ron DeSantis would have enough fucking wherewithal to not pull out a Sharpie and change it that way. But Ron DeSantis would without batting an eye, would lie to you people in Florida about what the fuck is really going on. So when you hear these things down in Florida, where most of these hurricanes hit, when you hear these things down in Texas, where some of these hurricanes hit, Louisiana, all these southern states, and they tell you, and people around you are telling you, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We're okay. We could stay here. We can wait it out. Fuck the liberal media that's telling us something's gonna happen. Listen, it's happening to somebody. Somebody's life is going to be different over the course of the next couple of days. So to act like it's no big deal, what happens when it is a big deal? What happens when it does hit the way that they're projecting it to hit? Then you're going to want help. Then you're going to want the government that you guys hate so much to come down there and help you rebuild, give you money so you can get your life back on track. But you continue to let these people fucking lie to you. There is one party in this country that is serious. The other party has no goals for you guys. Has no, there's a brighter future. They're trying to fearmonger you into picking them so they could sit in office and do nothing. Do nothing. Guys, there are 365 fucking days in a year. And what do the Republicans bring to the table day after day after day? Not bills, not big revolutionary ideas of how to change things, not even how to maintain how things are right now. They want to fearmonger you, make you reminisce, tell a fucking story, lie to you, as long as that means getting your vote. These people do not give a fuck, guys. They don't care. And watching, I only watched the first 7-8 minutes of that, but if it was a priority, he would not be talking about, this is Ron DeSantis now, he would not be talking to Tennessee governor, talking to Georgia's governor. Georgia might have a fucking problem of their own. Talking to North Carolina. You'd be talking to the fucking president of the United States. But because you're trying to play politics, because you don't want your supporters to see you having a conversation with Joe Biden, you're just not going to mention the man's name until you absolutely, positively have to. And then, just a prediction. I have a feeling you're going to try to make him seem like the bad guy. And it won't happen while you need him. When he's down there Monday or Tuesday, it's going to be Thursday, Friday. You're going to start popping off at the fucking mouth. You're going to try to act like he's not trying to help the people in Florida. When by your logic and your way of thinking, you don't need them. The way you're acting right now, you don't need the federal government. You guys got this all under control. But then when the time comes, you're going to flip the fucking script. You're going to play politics. You're going to act like you did everything that you possibly could have done and blame somebody else. And then Trump used to do this shit all the time too. You're the one in power. You're the one that continues to boast about how you get to do X, Y, and Z, how you get to make this decision, that decision. You could split the Red Sea. You have the power to split the Red Sea if you wanted to. You're like Professor X and X-Men, and you could just declassify documents by thinking about it. Telekinesis shit going on over here. Listen, you guys pump this up. You guys continue to act like you're something that you're not. And then when reality comes fucking knocking, no matter who you are, what position you're in, you are ready to pass the fucking buck. You are ready to pass the buck. It's somebody else's fault. It's the Democrats' fault. How the fuck is it the Democrats' fault? You guys will bitch and complain about trying to build infrastructure to help prevent some of these devastations that are about to happen over the course of the next couple days. You guys, while the bill's on the floor, you want to act like this is so terrible for our country. Why would you do this? This makes no sense. But then once the funding starts to come in, you want to act like it was your idea. You want credit for it. Guys, you can't have it both fucking ways. This is not how politics is supposed to work. And for as much credit as I give Democrats, Republicans are making it so they can't even operate how politics are supposed to operate. They can't even be cordial with the other side because we're going to have a good faith argument about policy. That shit is gone. It's dead. It's gone. This is politics now. Putting people's lives on the fucking line because it doesn't matter. Not to them, it doesn't. There used to be a time where saving one life was worth going through a lot of shit. These Republicans don't give a fuck. They don't really truly care about abortion. They don't really truly care about the right to life. They don't care about that shit. Those are talking points. Because if they cared, they'd be all hands on deck when shit is brewing, is how I'll put it. But they don't care because they want the bad shit to happen. So then they have new talking points and they can snake their way into blaming it on somebody else. It's fucking disgusting. But they will continue to do it. Why? Why? Because people will allow it. People don't give a fuck if they're being lied to. As long as it feels good. As long as it makes me feel special. You can lie to me all you fucking want. And I think that brings us to our next topic for today, is that time stops for nobody. Nobody, guys. You have to sit back and really think about what the fuck is going on around you. You know, smell the fucking flowers. Be happy with the things that you have in your life currently. Because, guys, this is a reoccurring theme of the show, but it's the truth. Your life could be fucking worse. All those people in Florida that are complaining about fucking immigrants and which bathroom somebody's using and fucking how somebody wants to identify and all that. Listen, I bet you over the course of the next couple of days that's not going to be a fucking concern. But no, you guys waste your time bitching, moaning, and complaining about these frivolous topics that really don't matter to anybody's life. It doesn't matter to anybody. Listen, we're at the point in time where I don't think that there is a increase in homophobia. I don't think there's an increase in racism. I don't think that there's an increase in a lot of these fucked up things that are happening in this country and in this world. I think places like TikTok and Instagram and social media overall have just brought these things to the forefront. It has created a place for a lot of these dumb fucking concerns and ideas have to come together and share with other people. Back in the day, you used to have to keep that shit in between the four walls of your fucking house. You know, you used to have to, you know, go speak to your fucking priest about the dumbass ideas that you were having, the dumbass thoughts that you were having. You didn't get to go on the internet and share it to the fucking world. And I only bring this up because I'm attempting to tie a lot of this shit together. The wool over your eyes, not even yours, whoever the fuck, these people, this close to 50% of the fucking population, we like to try to play it down like, oh no, not everyone's stupid. No, about half of the motherfucking country pretty fucking dumb. They're either thinking with their fucking dicks, pussies, or hearts. They're not thinking with their fucking brains. They're not thinking with their brains, and they are willing to let other people lead them. And then are willing to die for whatever that leader has to say. Guys, that is not a way to live your fucking life. You're supposed to ask questions. Not because you're trying to be a pain in the fucking ass and you think that you know better. You don't ask a question because you think you know better. You ask a question because you're trying to gain some knowledge. Because you're trying to be schooled up on something, so maybe you have a better idea later. And again, just because you know something doesn't mean that that's the end all. Continue to fucking learn. Continue to have valid fucking concerns. We talked about it last week with the Brett Favre thing. Rich people have a very good skill set to make poor people hate other poor people. While we're out here breaking our fucking banks, breaking our fucking bank account balances to pay for X, Y, and Z, these motherfuckers are over there getting tax breaks, refusing to pay taxes, getting tax refund checks. They don't care, guys. Ron DeSantis don't care. Donald Trump don't give a fuck. I don't even think Joe Biden and them really give a fuck. But at least they try to truly act like they do. At least they try to act like they care about what happens to every single one of us. And it's not based on hate. That is the difference. It's not based on, oh, you can't come over here. Oh, you believe in abortions? You're evil. Come on, guys. There's at the end of the day, I think we are all, I really truly believe that we are all hypocrites, but there's levels to this. That was the truest shit Meek Mill has ever fucking said. There's levels to this shit. There's ordinary at one spectrum. No. Let me rephrase that. No. I like that. There's average motherfuckers, and then there's Hall of Fame. And in between average and Hall of Fame, there's a lot of fucking space. There's a lot of space to be fucking right. There's a lot of space to be fucking wrong. There's a lot of space to be good at something and not good at something between average and Hall of Fame levels of shit. You know? So while the Democrats are full of fucking shit, they're above average in terms of empathy, in terms of trying to act like I could put myself in your shoes no matter who you are, black, white, Asian, transgender, you don't fucking identify as anything at all. Listen, Democrats have an understanding that you still have a role to play in society. It might not be the prototypical role, but you still have a role to play in society. Republicans act like, motherfucker, if you're not willing to go do all the jobs that me and my friends don't want to go do, you're a piece of fucking shit, you're lazy. If you're not in our crew of people that really don't got to do shit and just tell other people what to do and make decisions and make a lot of money that we really, we ain't do much for. We really ain't break our backs for this, but motherfucker, you better continue to break your back so I can do X, Y, and Z. Because let's be completely fucking honest about things. The way that rich people get down, they're ready to sell out other rich people. You think if it's between Jeff Bezos and Ted Cruz working at Burger King for society to continue on, which one's working at fucking Burger King? If it's between Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos for who's going to do something, there's going to be a fight. And we're going to really find out who has more money and who has more pull. Because one of them's going to end up doing a fucked up job while the other one still gets to, even if it's lower than where they are right now, still gets to be above somebody. And guys, I know I'm fucking rambling. I had a show ready to go for today. But there's certain shit that irritates me and it gets me off fucking course. And trying to act like you give a fuck when you're really just telling me, yeah, man, you can get the fucking sweat off my balls. That's about as much as I'll give you. That irritates me. You don't give a fuck. You don't care. Because if you listen, people that care and give a fuck move a certain way. There's urgency. There's purpose to what they're saying, what they're doing. When you don't give a fuck, you just give me lip service. You don't act. You don't do the things that need to be fucking done. That's the fucking difference. It's all about nowadays what's going to get me more views, what's going to get me more clicks. If you listen to the way that people argue now, it doesn't even have to do with quality. It doesn't even have to do with what's right, what's wrong, what's factual, what's not factual, what's fiction. It doesn't have to do with any of that. It's whoever has the most clicks, the most views, the most likes, the most comments, they get to set the fucking narrative. That's how the Republicans get down. Fear base. Get everyone riled the fuck up. Make it seem like make it seem like life's unfair towards you and only you. And that is why places like TikTok exist. That's why people like Kim Kardashian and the rest of her fucking clan get to exist on the level that they do. Guys, it's all about clout chasing. It's all about, wow, what the fuck they just do? Wow, what are they gonna do next? And we continue to tune in. We continue to give them our time when we could be doing other shit. Listen, guys, the most comfort I get out of life is just having a clean house. You know, and like I said earlier, we are hypocrites. So while I'm on here telling people don't like this shit, don't watch this shit, listen, there are times where I get stuck watching some of this dumb shit instead of doing things that could be actually relieving stress, cleaning my house, having an environment where I feel comfortable in. I'd much rather spend my time doing one than the other, but the stupidity continues to draw us in. I should not be the only one trying to make an effort to put an end to clout chasing. I don't think this will ever come to a complete end because I think this is a timeless fucking problem. People showing their ass for attention. But can we all at least start having the conversation? Can we all just at least start to keep it real with ourselves and just talk about the amount of time we have truly wasted on fucking social media and the bullshit that comes along with it? Not what it should be used for, to keep us informed, be a place to go get legitimate news, see how people in your family, in your life are actually doing. But no, that is not what it is. It's everybody trying to put the best spin they can possible on whatever situation that they are in. That's where we are at. And if that's not where we're at, they try to make it seem like their life is so bad that they need attention to get out of it. And then, I don't even want to say most importantly, most stupidly, we have the people that do shit that they know is going to be bad for themselves, that they know is going to be bad for their health and the people around them. We have these people doing shit just for likes. Don't give a fuck if it takes years off their life. Don't give a fuck if it puts them in a position to get sick, get hurt, to just generally get fucked up. There's those people. And last week we talked about Sleepy fucking Chicken. I want to revisit Sleepy Chicken because I found out over the past week that this shit has been going on for years. Okay? Going on for fucking plenty of years. And before I go any further, I'm just going to roll this video from you guys. Let me tell you who it's from. Let me tell you who it's from so you guys can look out, because I truly am going to use this channel to cover stupidity going forward. He has a bunch of fucking videos covering just how fucking stupid people are. Let me pull this up. Sorry. TikTok's NyQuil Chicken Explained. Guys, this is from 8 months ago. And he's talking about shit that happened back in 2017 in this video. So again, guys, if you're not watching on YouTube, I suggest you go into the YouTube page and so you can see the visual aspect of this, because it kind of takes away from it if you don't. But I'm gonna play that for you guys right now, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. Sorry, guys. This is from Know Your TikTok on YouTube.
NyQuil Chicken is a dish that involves marinating chicken in the cold and flu medication NyQuil with the intent of creating a meal that will treat sickness symptoms. NyQuil Chicken, also known as Sleepy Chicken or Bedtime Chicken, has been discussed online for several years, but has recently spiked in popularity again thanks to TikTok. Here's the history of the cursed chicken dish. The earliest known mention of NyQuil Chicken comes from a tweet from April 20th, 2017, captioned, "If she makes you NyQuil Chicken, do not let her go." The statement is accompanied by two photos, one of raw chicken marinating in the NyQuil, and the other of the finished product, which remains a sickly green even when cooked. The images spread to the shitty food porn subreddit, and the questionable recipe was revisited in a YouTube video in December 2019. TikTokers began to post videos of themselves cooking NyQuil chicken in 2020, with the most notable video posted on September 4th. The TikToker made the recipe ironic, sharing that he likes to use 4/3 of the bottle and flipping the meat with a hair straightener. The video gained over 4.3 million views in just over a year. NyQuil chicken videos surged again on TikTok in January 2022, with content about the dish popping up on For You pages everywhere. Some TikTokers react to old images, while others whip up their own versions of the meal. Even Jimmy Fallon joked about the trend on a January 16th episode of The Tonight Show, sharing his own satirical recipe for the dish.
Next, stumble into garage, drive car straight through garage door, then drive to Taco Bell on wrong side of road, going 3 miles per hour. After that, remove shirt, demand eggplant parm and a Twinkie, then get arrested.
Though the recipe is generally seen as a joke, multiple news outlets have reported in recent days that people should not be dousing their dinners in NyQuil, urging people to only use the medication as instructed on the label. TikTok has even gone so far as to post a warning about learning to recognize harmful challenges and hoaxes for any user who tries to look up the phrase. So just in case you were thinking of making some as a midnight snack, nobody should attempt to make NyQuil chicken. Maybe stick to a more traditional recipe. What TikTok trend do you want us to cover next? Let us know in the comments.
fucking great content right there. Great content. Putting people that are completely out of the fucking loop into the loop. Into the fucking loop. Now, it's a shame that I gotta give this guy views to explain to me how fucking dumb people are, but thank you. This shit is dumb, guys, and it seems to happen, what, every 6-8 months motherfuckers get bored and pull back out NyQuil chicken? Guys, are we fucking... This is where we are. This is where we are with things, and this is acceptable. So you don't have people around you that will tell you how fucking stupid you are. Listen, I had to have a conversation with my fucking dad the other day. I'm not going to get into it because that's fucking personal family business, but I had to tell him how fucking dumb he was being the other day. That's not because I'm like, you know what? I dislike my fucking dad this much. I'm going to tell him how fucking stupid he's being. No, that's tough fucking love. That's how I was brought up. Sometimes being told what you need to hear is not pleasant. It doesn't make you feel good. It's mean at times, but the shit needs to be fucking said. If you're hanging out with people that are doing this type of shit and you're not saying nothing to them, you're not a good fucking friend, and all you give a fuck about is being close to somebody who has 1 million fucking views on YouTube or TikTok or whatever the fuck the case may be. Because I couldn't even imagine doing shit like this growing up. I can't. This isn't even one of them situations, one of those times where I'm like, you know what? If this was a thing when I was 16, I would have definitely maybe done this. I would have dabbled in it. I'm talking to my dad the other day after fucking telling him how dumb he was being. But I'm talking to him and I'm like, Dad, this TikTok shit is getting out of fucking control. Completely out of control. At no point in my life would I have called up my friends Nedham, Paul, fucking Schaefer, any of these fucking dudes back in the day and be like, you know, yo, man, let's meet up at 11 and let's fake someone's death so we can get some TikTok views. Or, yo, man, let's meet up at noon and let's fucking marinate some chicken in NyQuil and see how that goes. It seems like a lot of people are doing that on the internet. Let's do that one. Never in my fucking mind. So I'm really trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this isn't even just youth. This isn't just youth. Youth set the fucking trends and then everybody follows them. Instead of telling these fucking kids that what you're doing is dumb, if you continue to do it, I'm going to take your fucking cell phone away. You're not going to be going on TikTok. You're not going to be talking to other idiots. Instead of doing that, we co-sign it. We go along with it. We hop on the bandwagon. It's fucking crazy, guys. There should not be grown people doing fucking these dumb ass TikTok challenges. And when did all this challenge shit even start? The first challenge I remember was, what was the ALS challenge? You pour some fucking cold water on yourself to help people, to help raise awareness, and even at the time I thought that was fucking dumb. How is this raising awareness besides getting everybody to do one thing, to do the same fucking thing? But I digress, because at the very least at the time, the purpose behind it was supposed to be honest and helpful. Nowadays we're just following trends and challenges just for the fuck of it, just to get some views. There was another one I was watching. This woman had her kid, and I don't even think she understood that she was live. She was trying to make her kid cry so they could get a good thumbnail picture for the video, talking about how their dog died. Now, guys, listen. Having your fucking dog die is very traumatic, even to me, to this fucking day. I'm getting worried about my boy Caesar. He's getting fucking gray in the face. He's about to be 8, so he's kind of sort of getting up there. He's a bigger fucking dog, and you know, last night, I don't know what the fuck happened, but he threw up more last night than I've ever seen Caesar throw up my whole entire fucking almost 8 years of having him. So So I'm fucking concerned. You know, I don't know where the fuck this came from. I don't know what to even do to make him feel better besides take him outside where it's cool, give him some water, you know, pet him. Hopefully this passes. Hopefully he just got into something that he wasn't supposed to get into, and he's just sick for a little bit. He's doing well today. He's doing well today. Let me get that out there before I go any further. He's doing okay today. He's chilling like normal, tails wagging, messing with the puppies. But imagine if I was to fucking take a video of that shit and put it online to try to get people to fucking click on it, to try to get some views. You don't feel like shit? You don't feel like a dickhead for doing things like that? And I fucking cried last night. I was fucking teary-eyed last night because I really thought my buddy was fucked up. And, you know, I've had to come to terms with the fact that, you know, someday sooner, probably rather than later, that is going to be the case. But I fucking teared up. Now, imagine my ass recording that and putting it on fucking YouTube Shorts or Instagram or some shit like that so people feel bad for me. Taking advantage of the fact that my dog wasn't fucking feeling well. Taking advantage of how I know people feel about their pets. Imagine, guys, just fucking imagine that. What is the thought process behind that? Oh, bad situation. Oh, gotta pull the phone out. You know, back in the day when things used to go down, when motherfuckers would be fighting or arguing in public, or some Karen shit was happening in public, it didn't reach the point that we see on a day-to-day basis on these social medias. It didn't hit the extremes because instead of recording like everybody around is doing, you see about fucking 30 cell phones in any Karen video, in any freak out video, in a lot of these planned by one side clout videos, you see a whole bunch of cameras. Back in the day, somebody used to step in. Fuck recording it. Somebody used to step in and deal with it and try to de-escalate the situation. But that is not what's popular anymore. That's not what's going to get somebody what they actually want, and that is attention. People want the attention. There's no way in the world you would okay, so if it wasn't for TikTok, how many people do you think would be making sleepy chicken? If you weren't trying to get somebody to like your fucking video, like your profile, subscribe to your profile, do you really truly believe people would just be sitting around and be like, yo, man, let's make some sleepy fucking chicken? And listen, I get it. There probably are dumb fucks out there that would do that. But would it be trending? Would it be a thing that everybody is privy to? Guys, this has been going on for fucking years, and I just found out about it last week. I enjoy being in that space. I enjoy being late to the fucking party on this fuckery. Listen, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I am better than most people, and I'll say most because fuck that. At the end of the day, I am better than a motherfucker that thinks that it's a good idea to marinate their chicken in NyQuil. I'm just better than them. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm definitely better than them. I can't act like I'm not. I definitely am. So I'm just saying, I think people need to try to be more like me and less like the dickheads that they see on the internet. You should not be up on the latest challenge when the challenges are marinating your chicken in NyQuil. The other one that I found out over the last week was that at one point, kids were just stealing random shit out of their schools, and I forget what the name of the fucking challenge was called, but that was like a challenge. Get the toilet out of the bathroom. Fucking rip the fire alarm off the wall. Posted on TikTok. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that besides you want attention? And a lot of these kids got attention, but it wasn't the attention that they fucking wanted. A lot of them were getting expelled. A lot of them were getting fined. It was a fucked up situation. But people continue to do it for attention. Guys, we have to put a stop to clout chasing. It has to be eliminated. Or at least we got to put up a fight. We can't just let this shit just free flow. Stop clicking on the fucking the posts. Stop liking the fucking videos. Stop subscribing to the assholes whose pages are solely being an asshole. That shit is not cute. The fact, guys, I said this at the end of last week's podcast, real quick, at the very end. The fact that this man, Kanye West, will go on TV and tell you, I have never read a book, and you guys will continue to eat his shit up. You guys will continue to click on the Kanye West, Kim Kardashian drama that's going on. You guys will continue to buy his bullshit ass clothes. Guys, how is somebody that is that fucking ignorant and admits to being that fucking ignorant, how do you continue to give him your time? How do you continue to give him your money? This man don't give a fuck about you, because if he did, he would educate himself. I've been done with him for fucking years. I've been done with Kim since ever. I've never been a fucking fan of Kim. But it is hard as hell to even me, like I said, somebody that's late to the fucking party, to avoid these dickheads. And why is that? Why is that? Why is it so hard to avoid them? Because everybody is giving them what they want. Everybody's paying attention to what these assholes are doing. More people have an idea of what Kim and Kanye have going on than the people that I talked about at the beginning of the podcast, Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. You care about what they got going on than the motherfuckers that actually truly get to make decisions. And they're just clout chasing. Kim does nothing. Her mother does nothing. At least Kanye fucking makes music. I don't think he makes good music anymore, but at least he makes fucking music. They fuck NBA players who are also a bunch of fucking dummies. And they're dummies because the playbook's already out on what these women are doing. They're not there to fucking love you and try to take care of you when you're sick. And that's not what they're there for. They're there because you're another fucking celebrity that can help them get to where they want to get to, which is rich and famous without having to do anything besides fuck. That's the reality of the fucking situation. And our fucking little girls grow up and that's who they watch. Our fucking boys, they grow up and they see the idiots that are around them and they're thinking like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Because they don't have the concept of money, time, permanency, nothing. And to take a favorite line from my new favorite YouTuber that covers a lot of this fuckery, Penguin Zero. The people who lack object permanency are the people that grow up watching this bullshit and think that this is how the world is supposed to work. It's fucking sad. It's sad, and it will continue to happen as long as we continue to give them our time, our likes, our fucking emotion, our mental state. We let these dickheads dictate all of that. We don't put our energy in the right areas. We are more up on what Kim and Kanye have going on. We're more up on what is the latest TikTok trend than what the fuck is actually going on. And I'm sure the decision makers, the millionaires and billionaires, are perfectly fine with that. They are perfectly fine with us being more hip to a TikTok trend than some shit that they're trying to pass through. And it'll continue to be that way because we will continue to let it be that way. All right, guys. No, you know what? Actually, fuck that. Fuck that. Last week in Republicans Party, courtesy of the Lincoln Project, before we go to our next topic. Enjoy, guys.
If you're the president of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it.
There should never have been separation between church and state, saith the Lord.
Why not more details in this plan?
Shannon, there are ample details. So number one, an economy that's strong.
Wow. You've seen the ads attacking me. They're all lies. Next we'll be saying I hate children and puppies. White supremacy, which, I condone. I condemn.
Googled a picture of his assistant. She's a very attractive girl, so I started looking even more.
There's two naked people, and they are acting out a sexual act. So in multiple different sexual acts. Do you want me to send you some so you can see them?
Virginia's a border state.
So every state is a border state.
President Biden will let any illiterate gangbanger, oftentimes with drugs, come right on in.
His mission is to get this book into every school board, and every library in America.
As happens to a former president, et cetera, et cetera. I hate to use the word former because I have a lot of problems with what happened.
You're familiar with 911. It was in your backyard, but on 911, we lost 3,000 Americans.
We need to have something like a white uprising.
Once injected with the so-called vaccine, you become connected to the Internet of Things, and you can be mind controlled by artificial intelligence.
I said I tried to rid the state of Minnesota of drugs by doing them all.
This White House press secretary is terrible. And yet we won't talk about it in the media or in Washington, D.C. because she's black and lesbian.
I think they took my will. I found out yesterday. I said, where is it?
Am I in it?
I think they took my will. Could cause a lot of problems.
No.
Literally, I walked onto a plane. Somebody yells, "Let's go, Brandon." It was kind of funny thing. Within a minute, the whole plane is chanting USA, USA, USA.
Elect Trump one more time and then stop having elections.
And let's go in that helicopter and go hog hunting. Enter to win now.
Guys, we could spend the next fucking 2 hours talking about that fucking ad, but I think it speaks for itself. It absolutely fucking speaks for itself. These are the leaders of the Republican Party. From podcast hosts, the Congress people, the senators, to the ex-president's son. These are the leaders of the fucking Republican Party. This is what they think is important. This is what they are telling their constituents and the people that follow them is important, when it's fucking not. There are real things to worry about. The people in Florida are not going to be worried about the dumb shit that they just listed off in about fucking 8 hours from recording this. It's fucking Wednesday at 2 p.m. Wednesday at 10 p.m. They are not going to be worried about that dumb shit y'all are talking about. But like I said, we're just going to move on. We're going to fucking move on here, okay? Now, there were other things I want to fucking talk about. I might talk about them on tonight's show with Duff. I don't know exactly, because while we are talking a lot of football, I'm going to try to get him to talk a little bit more sports, since it's high sports. It's not high football, it's high sports. So I think we could talk about some other things. But we'll see. I do like that show. Again, guys, I am going to put the description of the show in the or the link to the show's page in my description. There we go. Got it right the second time. So you guys can give it a listen. It's hard to find on YouTube because we don't fucking got that many listens. We don't got that many subscribers. So it's kind of hard to find, but again, we're going to keep pumping it out week after week. We're going to keep trying to spread the word, get people to listen, bring guests on, etc., etc. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm going to keep any sport talk that I was thinking about having on here. Maybe I'll keep that for tonight's episode with Duff. One thing I did want to touch on, though, is the rumors coming out about Stranger Things. Excuse me. Now, the most current rumor is that there's going to be some sort of time travel in the show to be able to go back and defeat Vecna or whatever. Listen, guys, I just want to address the whole fucking time travel shit. I personally, I'm not saying that the show can't be good because they may use time travel. I just think it's fucking lazy. I think it's a cover my ass move. It's very 1980s, 1985. At this point in time, there are so many theories on how time travel would work, and every show tries to put their own fucking spin. Every movie tries to put their own spin on how time travel actually works, and it's fucking confusing. It's annoying, and I just think it's a cop-out. Avengers, cop-out. If Stranger Things does it, fucking cop-out. Be creative in the writing. There are plenty of ways that these bad guys can get beat without fucking time travel. Now, if they use it, guys, I'm telling you right the fuck now, if Stranger Things decides to use time travel, I'm going to have something to say about it. I don't care how fucking good the show might end up ultimately being, how well they may have done the special effects and explained it. I think it's a fucking cop-out. It is it's how you make a fucked up storyline, fucked up logic within the story makes sense. Oh, we could just go back and change it. Even the future Trunks arcs in Dragon Ball Super, where they use the time travel, I don't necessarily like the fucking time travel. Was the arc super dope with Goku Black and Zamasu and all? Yeah, it was fucking cool. But I don't think that they needed to use time travel to do that. And I think it was just a way for them to be able to be loose with the actual story. Anything could fucking happen if we could time travel and change things. The one thing I did like about Dragon Ball Super, though, is even if you did travel in time, that whole timeline becomes its own thing. So whatever happens in that timeline doesn't affect what's going on in another timeline, another future, another past. It's very linear. So I think if you are going to do time travel shit, it has to be like that. Only because it limits the amount of cop-outs you can actually get. Because in Dragon Ball Super, there really wasn't them trying to go back in time or forward in time. They really didn't have shit to do with what was actually happening. But in Avengers, when they went back in time and they fucking stole the Infinity Stone and they're bringing it back to the future. Come on, how fucking lazy is this? Especially when it doesn't need to be. You could very easily introduce a new character within the MCU that could take care of this. Or how about this? The good guys don't win. The good guys don't fucking win. Sucks. Good guys don't win. Season's over. All right, next season we're going to figure out a way to redeem it. We're going to figure out how they're going to get back. But the time travel shit, guys, let's please stop it. Please, let's not make that fucking popular. You could bring us back in time. You could do a flashback to set something up. But to blatantly just use time travel to fix problems that the current story is having is bullshit. Don't do it, Stranger Things. Please don't fucking do it. Please, listen, I think that it can work well, but taking the risk to see if it's going to work well is not worth it. You don't need to. You do not. Stranger Things does not need to do that. There's 11. 11 has clearly been strong enough to deal with everything up until this point for the most part. You have 8, which I think that you need to bring back into the fold. And there's probably other brothers and sisters that Elle has that could help. But do not do the time travel. Use flashbacks to explain. Use flashbacks to set up what's going on right now. We can make connections that way. But do not do the fucking time travel shit. Don't do it. I don't give a fuck if it's in the upside down. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. Don't do it. But I'm telling you, if you do it fucking right. Don't half-ass it. Don't make it feel like it was supposed to be there and not forced. In Avengers Endgame, that shit felt very forced. It felt like, oh fuck, we wrote ourselves into a corner. Now we got to use time travel. Do not make it feel that way. I'm still gonna have something to say. In a year, 2 years, whenever the fuck it comes out, and I'm on here giving my thoughts on the final season, and they use time travel, I am 100% going to address that. But like I said earlier, there's levels to shit. There's okay, this ain't too bad, to holy fuck, this was terrible. Just please don't disappoint. Do not do like other shows. Listen, even killing off 11 would not, like, I wouldn't mind that. I felt like that's what we've been building up to this whole entire time. I felt like we were building up to 11 having to sacrifice herself for everybody else to continue going on. I thought that was what the whole blood from the eyes, blood from the nose, faint and shit. I thought that's what we were leading up to. So if 11's got to go on the last season so everyone else can live, I can live with that. I would actually probably fucking enjoy that. It would make me sad. I'd probably fucking cry. I ain't gonna lie. I cried when I thought Hopper was dead. And then they went and ruined that with a fucking trailer 2 years before the season even came out. We could deal with a little mystery here, guys. We can hold off on being told exactly what the fuck's gonna happen so we can get a little suspense. We don't need to know everything before we actually fucking see the show. Don't ruin it for us with them fucking trailers that are giving too much away. Do not ruin it for us with lazy writing because you guys are ready to go on to your next project. Do Stranger Things right. Do us all a favor. Do Netflix subscribers a favor that are continuing to pay too much for their fucking subscription and make them feel like, oh, I don't give a fuck that I'm paying too much because this was worth it. Please give us that feeling, Stranger Things. And guys, with that being said, I'm going to go start preparing for the podcast tonight. Like I said, High Sports with C. Willie and Duff. Look out for it. I'm going to put the link in the description so you guys can get access to it. And, just show us some support. Leave comments. Give us topics that you want to hear us cover. Because again, this is a work in progress. Just like this podcast continues to be, we're working in progress. We're just trying to get better a little bit every single week. We're trying to give you guys something that's worth listening to at least a little bit. And we're just gonna keep grinding because that's all you can do in today's day and age. It ain't about fucking doing back-breaking work. It's about doing work. It's about staying busy, and that's what I'm going to continue to try to do. And I hope you guys do it as well, man. And just remember, life could always be worse. Cherish the things that you have now because they might not be there forever. So, guys, I want you to be safe, be easy, and wash your ass. Hopefully, I'll catch you later tonight. Peace.
Always love hip-hop. Keep it flowing like a river, so I drip drop. Verses and bars, we eating dinner with the stars. Excuse me while I float away, my brain is on Mars. Cause it's the Big Kids Podcast with Chris Williams. Sit back, relax like your spliff, we in the building.